I had a nightmare last night. It's 4:39 a.m. Wednesday, May 6th. I had the nightmare between 3 and 4 a.m. and it caused me to toss and turn greatly in my sleep, and I woke up very angry. I was on a bus tour, seemed like somewhere in Chicago, at something that seemed like a convention. But when I got off the bus, I stood in line and we entered this building that looked on the outside to be a church. Everybody had on church clothes but me. It was like I had just got out the shower and I had on a bunch of white bath towels strewn about me and across my shoulders. I wasn't dressed like everybody and I was a little embarrassed. As I went into the church, some silly woman behind me said, "Dale, when you get in, you got to bow down before him." And that angered me. And I went in and saw everybody. And when I got inside, I saw that it wasn't really a church. It looked like a funeral home that was converted into a church. And it was dark. And there was people. And when I heard her say that, I said, the image of God bows down to nobody but God. And when I said that, people looked at me and I took my bath towel and threw it over my face because I didn't want to stand out. And I hid myself. And when I hid myself, I went from room to room and I saw preachers preaching and deceiving people, politicians in other rooms, silly women rolling about on the floor, and men were spilling oil on them and people were bowing down to all of these false pastors and stuff. And I hid myself and I burned that place down with everybody inside and woke up angry. It was a place of abomination. The floors, you could see through it was like a funeral home. You could see through the wood, the timber of the floors, and into the basement, there were caskets. Yet women with their church hats were sitting up there and was listening to false preachers deceive them. And I went from room to room, hid myself, peeking around the corners and saw these things. And I burnt it with a hot fire with everybody inside and woke up still angry behind the things I saw. And I thought I'd share that with you this morning.